Hare Krishna. We'll begin with the 32 to 35th shloka. So we are covering 3 shlokas today. Let's begin with it. Kim no rajyena govinda kim bhogair jivetanava yesham arthe kangshitam no rajyam bhogam sukhani cha ta ime वस्थिता युद्धे प्राणांस त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्यः पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहः मातुलाः श्वशूराः पौत्राः श्यालाः सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतान् न हन्तुम् इच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतोः किं नु महि कृते निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीतिः स्याज् जनार्दनः. We'll read the meaning. O Govinda, of what avail to us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandson, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the 3 worlds, let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? So here Arjuna tells the following words to Krishna, right? He says, what is the pleasure of killing all these sons of Dhritarashtra, right? And he's asking what is the conclusion of this battle, that all of his relatives, his friends, everyone are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before him. He's asking why should he wish to kill them when they otherwise will kill me. He's describing, he's calling Krishna as O maintainer of all living entities, right? I'm not prepared to fight even with the exchange for 3 worlds. He's telling that even the 3 lokas, he's telling that even if you agree, if you wish to give me 3 lokas, I don't want it. He's asking, I'm not prepared for this fight, let alone this earth, right? So let's read the purport so we will have a clear meaning. Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govinda because Krishna is the object of all pleasures for cows and the senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they may covet. But when one takes the opposite way, namely when tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, Then by the grace of Govinda, all desires of living entities are satisfied. So here it is said that when one is engaged in satisfying the senses of Govinda, one automatically feels so content and is free from all the desires. So it is clearly said here. Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited here. Partly due to his natural compassion for them, he is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. So here Arjuna was somewhere a step ahead, right? Even though everyone was ready to give up their life, right? They had no idea what was the resultant of the war. But Arjuna was thinking slightly ahead. If even though he had won this battle, he couldn't have been sharing it to anyone, right? He will not be able to share it to anyone. So he was slightly compassionate to his relatives, the community, and his society. So that's why Arjuna was special, and maybe for that Krishna chose Arjuna, right? And opulence after victory. This is a typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, he can, Lord willing, accept all kinds of opulence for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a farthing. Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. At this point, he did not know that Krishna had already killed them before their coming into the battlefield, and that he was only to become an instrument for Krishna. This fact is disclosed in the following chapters. See, this paragraph is so beautiful. It is already said that uh, Krishna had already killed everyone before the battle, right? Arjuna was just a nimitta to kill everyone, right? So God is beyond time and everything. So this paragraph is so beautiful. One can make clear conclusions out of it, right? So he says, and he was only to be an instrument for Krishna, right? It was all Krishna's beforehanded work, right? This fact is disclosed in following chapters. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. So again here the so beautiful devotion is explained here, right? Lord can accept the bad things which happens to him, but not to the devotee. Since Arjuna was Krishna's very great devotee, Krishna couldn't see the wrongdoing things which were happening to Arjuna, even though Arjuna was ready to accept all their mistakes and excuse them, right? So this what the beautiful shloka, one of the beautiful shloka meant, right? The 32nd to 35th. Let's do the 36th tomorrow. Thank you, Hare Krishna, for joining.